What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Wealth Hacker Labs. This is the channel dedicated to teaching you new ways to grow wealth that is not taught to you in schools or by your parents. I'm your gracious host, Jeff Rose, and today we've got another reaction video. Now, I am what I would call a high achiever. Like, I do all the rich habits. Like, I wake up at 5 a.m. some mornings, not every morning, but a lot of mornings. And one of the things that I contribute a lot of my success to is learning more, growing more, making sure that I don't become complacent. And one of the ways that I recognize that is that I digest content that is uplifting, that is motivational, that is encouraging, that makes me think differently. So anytime that I come across a podcast, a book, or a YouTube video that I think is going to motivate me or help me learn, like, I want to check it out. And I was just going through YouTube and, because they got that YouTube algorithm that will recommend certain videos. And while we're talking about the YouTube algorithm, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button and share and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for that, because the YouTube algorithm appreciates you. And so do I. So I came across this video titled, "Only the Top 1% Do This, Learn and Apply." And I'm like, sign me up. But once again, keeping that YouTube algorithm in mind, I didn't want to just watch this video for my own personal benefit. No, I wanted you all to benefit as well. To see when I'm watching something like this, like, what is going on in my brain? Like, what are the things that are coming out, coming in, and how do I process that, and how do I relate that to my own life? So that's why I'm doing this reaction video. So let's go ahead and react to this video titled, "Only the Top 1% Do This." Are you ready to do this? Let's do it.
Any of you listening in today are listening because you want more from life. You want more. And you know at some level of your being that you are capable of achieving.
So I already know, like, this is one of those videos that this is what my phone, my alarm needs to start off every single morning, so that I wake up and I love life. I want to conquer life. I just want to jump out of bed and knock out 100 push-ups and just say, yeah, what you got, life, what you got? Maybe I'll figure that out.
Achieving more. Maybe you've already achieved a lot. Maybe not. Whatever the case, you are hungry for more. You're not like the rest. You don't settle for an easy life. You don't take the easy option or the safe path. You know you deserve more.
That is so true. I mean, no, it is so cliche, taking the easy route. You don't want the easy, the easy path. And if you truly want to have success, like, success isn't taking the easy route. That is not hitting snooze. That is not sleeping until 10 a.m. That is not choosing to watch Netflix over working on your business or reading a business book or listening to a business podcast. Like, if you really want to have success, like, you got to do the stuff that kind of sucks and it's hard. But sometimes people don't want to hear that. They just want to hear, give me the magic pill. Give me the thing that I can do right now and I'm going to wake up and be rich tomorrow. Sorry, people, it doesn't exist.
And you want to set an example to all those close to you that a better life is not only possible, but your birthright. No matter where you are in life, at the bottom, in the middle, or currently at your peak, there is always another level. To get to that level, you must grow and you must push yourself. You must demand more.
I don't know if you just caught the book that she was reading. It is Extreme Ownership. I actually have that book. I'm gonna go grab it here just so you can see it. Actually, I lied. I was gonna grab it, but it's actually at the top of my bookshelf up there. But yes, I do have it. Jocko, Extreme Ownership. I like the fact that Jocko just made a little cameo in this motivational video.
More of yourself than anyone else would ever expect. More than anyone would expect of you or of themselves. To get that better life, to reach your true potential, you're going to have to think like successful people think. You must understand two very important principles that I guarantee you all successful people live by. If you do these two...
Are you ready? I'm ready for the two things. Like, what are the two things that I need? Let me know. Come on. Motivate me.
Things consistently with your full commitment, I guarantee your results will explode and your life will turn into the magical journey it is meant to be. Number one, model success. What does modeling success mean? It means you find someone or several people who are living the life you would love to live. And you model them in your
I mean, it's cliche, but it's so true. I talk about mastermind groups. I talk about finding a mentor. I talk about coaching programs. You know, if you want to achieve success, I mean, you can go out and try to figure it on your own. Like that's what I did with my online business, with my blog, and eventually I figured it out. But through that journey, I started making connections with other bloggers and I started seeing what they were doing and I started, guess what, modeling their success. And when I think about my overall business and personal life, I mean, it was looking up to mentors like Michael Hyatt, Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach, and just other successful entrepreneurs, and just seeing like, what did they do? Like, what are the simple decisions that they did on a daily basis, and just started implementing some of those. And that's a lot where the Miracle Morning came from. You know, the book by Hal Elrod for me, you know, was waking up and actually doing, you know, what I would call my rich habits, you know, reading, praying, journaling, and just modeling what other successful people do. I mean, it sounds cliche, but if you ain't doing it, then you really don't know. So you just need to zip it and start doing it. So that's one. Model success. Let's find out what number 2 is after they give us some more fun stuff with
to get your own unique result. Isn't this copying? No, it's not copying. You model them in your own way. You take parts you love and you model them to suit your life. You learn from great teachers and mentors and apply their teachings in your own life. You take things that resonate with you, the things you love about others or their teachings. You analyze how they do that or how they live that way and apply it to your life. Number 2, get a mentor or a coach. First off, let me be very clear.
I mean, come on. Like, maybe I don't need this video because this is what I know this stuff. You've heard me talk about this before. All right, I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm on top of my game because I'm already doing it. But let's see what else I have to say.
You do not need a one-on-one coach to be successful. There's plenty of information provided all over the internet for free and at little cost in many great books.
So I love this because I've shared this before. You know, I get many people that will message me and say, Jeff, like, will you be my mentor? Will you be my coach? And man, if I could be a coach to every single person that reached out to me, like I would love to. But the reality is like, I just don't have there aren't enough minutes in the day to be able to mentor everybody that has reached out to me. The way that I can mentor you is watching videos like this, buying my book, reading my blog, listening to my podcast. If I'm not the right guy for you, then the mentor that you're seeking out, chances are like they have a book, a podcast, a blog, something that you can digest their content and just taking pieces of that and applying it to your life. So do not feel that you need a one-on-one coach. Like eventually that might be a good fit, but if you don't have the budget for that, then there are plenty of mentors and coaches out there, and it's all books, it's podcasts, it's YouTube. I mean, you just gotta digest it and apply it.
That if you apply, could easily create everything you want and more. So if you can do that, do it. Mentorship and personal coaching is only for those seeking the very next level. It is for peak performers, those who have already achieved a little or a lot, but are pushing for more impact, more growth and expansion. If you're not there yet and you can't afford it, you don't need it yet. Work your way up by finding mentors and books on YouTube, on podcasts.
Did he just say YouTube? See? Man, like who is this guy? Like we need to meet. We need to have some coffee.
There's so much material out there. Some of it is junk, let's be real. But some of it is life-changing.
Little rich dad, poor dad going on there. Little Robert Kiyosaki, real estate riches. Okay.
Find that content. Understand this. No successful person was born a success. Success is self-made, and it is self-made through learning and applying what you learn. There's no better way to learn than through a mentor you believe in and one you resonate with. Find someone who has a similar mission or belief to you and learn everything you can. NBA champion.
But it also does not mean that you need to just suck all the information, suck all the life out of that person. You know, if you are seeking mentorship from somebody, you also have to remember, like, what are you giving in return? Like, what is something of value that you can provide? So just make sure that if you find somebody that's willing to mentor you and just meet you for coffee, for lunch, especially on an ongoing basis, you know, try to bring something to the table. What can you give in return? It's not always about give me. sometimes you want to be able to give as well.
Being an MVP, Stephen Curry said, to excel at the highest level, or any level really, you need to believe in yourself. And hands down, one of the biggest contributors to my self-confidence has been private coaching. Oscar-winning actress Reese Witherspoon said, with the right kind of coaching and determination, you can accomplish anything. Tony Robbins said, everyone needs a coach, whether it's...
Of course, Tony's going to say that. It's what he sells, right? Whatever. Tony's a good guy. He's a big guy. Walk on those coals, Tony. Walk on those coals.
What does a coach do that you can't? A great coach will notice your blind spots.
Can speak so much to a coach seeing your blind spots, being able to see things that you just can't see. Sometimes you have certain tendencies, certain habits, certain limited beliefs of just based on your experiences, your surroundings, like what you've been taught growing up. And sometimes you don't even realize that you have some of these tendencies, and it takes an outside person just to be able to speak truth and to point out something that you might not even realize. And it's funny, oftentimes it's not the big things. It could just be the little subtle things that will change the way you think, the way you act, the way you approach your day, and can have exponential impact on your life. That is so true.
On your psychology, they get you aiming higher than your best results and greater than your greatest expectations. So wherever you are in your life journey, find a mentor, model success, and create your own amazing life in your own unique way.
All right, so I think this video is almost done. It's got maybe another minute left, but I think we get the point. I'm gonna go ahead and break down what are the 2 principles they talked about, how you can apply that to your life, and really how I've been able to learn what they're speaking about. I'm gonna share some of my personal experiences and how you can benefit right now. Seriously, did you watch that video and want to start doing 100 push-ups immediately? Did you want to go out and buy every single business book that you've been talking about reading and just start digesting every single thing and applying that? Okay, maybe that's just me. So yeah, I love these types of videos. Yes, there's a lot of cliche to it, a lot of motivation, inspiration, and there was some key insights, nothing very specific, but one of the things I just want to share with you, just talking about the 2 different principles that it shared. One was modeling success, and 2 was finding a mentor or a coach, which I talk about all the time. And the reason I talk about it all the time is because the people that I have sought out that have achieved success, they have also done the exact same thing. They have modeled success. So they have had mentors, and they've had coaches, and they've had mastermind groups. So the fact that other successful people are doing this, and that's just how we pass it down, right? You just start doing what other people are doing. So as far as modeling success, I remember, just starting off in my career, I had a financial advisor that had hired me. He was $1 million producer. And before him, I really didn't have anybody to model after. Both my parents had filed for bankruptcy. They didn't have any money, didn't know anything about building wealth or investing. The only thing they knew about was struggling with debt and their finances. So, this $1 million producer was the first person that I could actually model my success after. So I just started seeing what he was doing. And one of the things I first noticed about him, he got to the office really early, and he didn't take a lot of breaks, and he wore one of those old school headphones for whenever he was calling his clients or even doing some cold calling, and that way he didn't have to pick up the phone and dial. He just had his hands free, and he was walking around his office. And I just started modeling that. I started getting in the office early. I bought one of those headsets. I felt like I was, Gordon Gekko from Wall Street. Actually, I don't know if Gordon had a headset, but I'm just picturing that he did. But I just started modeling different things that he was doing just to try to emulate his success. And I can't speak enough about the mentor or the coach. I just can't speak enough to that. And for those of you that want a different life, a better life, you're not going to get it on your own. Yes, great. Start with reading books, start with listening to podcasts, but you've got to surround yourself with other successful people that are crushing it. And that means putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation. If that means that you have to put yourself out there and just start asking, ask. And if you get denied, guess what? ask again. I have so many people that reach out to me that want to be, my mentor, and I politely decline, but I encourage them, don't give up. Like, there are others out there that are willing to mentor you. You just have to keep asking, keep putting yourself out there. And in case this is one of your first videos watching me, I do have to share, for me, one of the biggest changes in my life is whenever I hired or joined my first coaching program. And for me, that was a lot of money. For many of you, you don't have to spend the amount of money that I did. Mine was around like the $9,000 per year range. And at that time, like, that was a lot of money for me. But then once again, we talk about modeling success. I talked about the $1 million producer that had hired me. One of the things he shared with me was he had hired, I think it was 2 business coaches in his case, that helped him become a high level producer. So here I am, I'm seeing him being super successful, modeling success. And one of the things he did was hire a coach. So that's what I ended up doing. And I joined what's called the strategic coaching program. And it truly just changed my business, changed the way my approach to my daily activities, the way the way that I live my life right now. And this was over 8 years ago, and it has made such a lasting impact. And the video did mention, like, there are a lot of bad coaches, or like there's a lot of bad people to model after. So you do have to be careful. And I have come across some of these people in my life, and it takes some time to figure it out and kind of see, I don't think that person is right for me. But you know what? That's a whole part of the process. That's part of the journey. And to be able to recognize, like, who's the person that you need to model your life after? And, who do you need to mentor in your life, and who do you need to cut out? And if you don't know who to cut out, one easy way is to see, do they fit the butt pew criteria. If you don't know what a butt pew is, be sure to check out my other video where I talk about what a butt pew is, which is basically an anti-wealth hacker that just has a broke mindset. All right, y'all. Just one thing I just want you to take away from this video. Is there something that you can do right now? Right now, if you're watching this, it's beginning of 2020. So there's something that you've been wanting to do that you haven't done yet. It's the year. This is your year. It is your time. But whatever it is, you got to take action. If you want to become one of the 1%, you got to do what 99% aren't willing to do. So the question is, are you willing? And what is that task? What is that action step that you're going to implement right now? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want me to react to another video, please, I'm open. I want to. This is fun. I enjoy doing this. All right, y'all, hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome.